So what we would like to do now, first of all, we'd like to share a few thank yous for this forum, and then Mahesh and I have some closing comments. So so in terms of thank yous, Mahesh and Christina and I and Carolyn van der Bogert and Parvati Prem. We met every week, sometimes a couple of times a week. Not always easy with the cross-Atlantic collaboration, but what an incredible experience that was. And I want to start by thanking Carolyn and Parvati, and Mahesh. Feel free to interject in at any point, of course. But I really, they've kind of set a new standard in terms of SOC, and I want to thank the rest of the SOC as well. I'd like to thank all of our great session chairs who did just a fabulous job, particularly the next generation chairs. This is, like I mentioned, this is a permanent part of our meetings from now on, to give young people a chance at this, a chance for a little visibility and experience. I, of course, want to thank all of the speakers, the leadership from both ESA and NASA headquarters that were at the panel this morning. The community. I want to thank the ASL interpreters, and then I'd like to thank survey staff, and we have a slide that shows everyone here. Some particular notes: Ricky Guest, who I think so many of you know from all of the various conferences that he's supported during the pandemic, certainly going well beyond survey in such an expert way. Ashkan and Maria, who were the architects of GatherTown, who have been our experts on sorry, I knew this was going to happen. It's okay. It always does, on the web and everything. And Teague, who makes sure everything sounds good, and Jen, who makes sure everything looks great. Brian, of course, for all his myriad of contributions, and all the rest of our staff. And of course, I'm saving the best for last in a way, and that's Christina, my partner with all of these things here. You know, I can't tell you how much I personally appreciate. Sorry, what you've done. And let me just get my composure here for a second. Particularly in the difficult time I had earlier this year with my own personal loss. But anyway, so thank you, and thank you to anyone that I might have missed as well through this. So Mahesh, maybe I'll turn it over to you right now. And oh, I'm sorry. I want to thank you, Mahesh. I forgot for a brief second. I just can't tell you what a pleasure it's been working with you on this, and working with you the last 13 years on making this great thing that we do, a truly international endeavor. So so if you want to have if you'd like to say a few things, and then I have a couple more, feel free.
Sure. Thanks, Greg. I mean, you have covered everything, and I think ultimately what matters most to both of us is what we do for the community, and seeing everybody coming together this way. and sharing their thoughts. I always feel that every year we think that actually we can't do it but we just surprise ourselves. And I think this year we have surprised ourselves massively. And I really want to thank you for entertaining my crazy idea of combining the two conferences, despite the time difference in the time zones, etc. As you can see, just outside my window, it's just about to get dark, even though it's almost 9 o'clock. And colleagues, further east from me, they have obviously, much later at night, and yet they are still with us. And I think we have achieved something very special this year. I told you right at the beginning that let's take this as an experiment. And if it doesn't work, then it's my fault. But if it works, then I think it's all Christina and the SOCs who have put so much effort into this that they just ensure that this just couldn't have gone wrong at all. And I'm just so grateful to Parvati and Carolyn. I tried to keep track of everything. We met every week. But they were just on top of everything that by the time I got to grips with things, they had already sorted things out. So I think they were superhumans. And so we can't thank them enough. And together with Christina, we were just rest assured that things would go very smoothly. And with Ricky at the helm, with Ashcon and the rest of the teams, I had absolutely no doubt. But having said that, I do hope that in the next year or so, we do get a chance to meet in person, if not everyone, but at least those who can. And I very much look forward to welcoming the participants of this meeting to a European meeting on European soil, so to speak. Not that, I'm not overjoyed with the success that we had, but I think going forward, I can see that we would like to have a mixture of two approaches. And I'm really looking forward to what future holds for us. I've been truly excited by all those presentations from early career researchers and the graduate students, the level at which they engaged with this meeting. I just felt that it very much looked like a complete meeting, not just a conference, but a conference that actually had an emotional touch to it. So yeah, I can go on, but I think I must finish and hand things over to you, Greg, and just say thank you to everyone who joined us earlier this week and who is still together with us in this meeting. So thank you.
Thank you, Mahesh. And Ricky, I wonder if you could bring up that moon image, please. This is a picture that Sarah Noble put on Facebook. And if you haven't seen Sarah's work, I highly recommend it. It's gorgeous. Her education isn't just science. For those who aren't aware, she has an art background as well. And to me, this was just incredibly inspiring. And seeing this on the last day of the forum, I just thought, wow, I mean, this is where we're going. We're going back to the moon, or forward to the moon, as Carly so aptly says. And this image, this beautiful image, Sarah just captures this so well. I think that we're moving in some great directions. We're bringing in people that haven't had a chance to participate in ways that Lindy, so wonderfully articulated in the last talk. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us. As Mahesh mentions, we're all looking forward to seeing each other. I think there's going to be an awful lot of hugs, in the coming meetings. But what we also want to do is make sure that we retain a level playing field for those who can't be there in person, and that's going to be a big effort at Survey in the next months, is figuring out how to do blended virtual and in-person meetings. But quite frankly, with this amazing team, it's going to be figured out, and with your help, we're hopefully going to be doing it right. So So with that, I want to close with the two words that Paul brought up of Gene Shoemaker's, and that's be amazed. We live in amazing times, and be amazed. What a what a wonderful thought. Thank you all so much for joining us these past days, and what a privilege to have worked with you, to have heard your talks, and to have this great community and great friendship with you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.